Yo, what do YouTube? This is your boy Share Space, and I want to talk to you guys about Teen Wolf Season 6, Episode 10, Memory Found. And in this episode, we see a lot. It comes off pretty damn action packed. You see Sheriff Stilinski pondering between if he should release Theo from the cell or not. You hear Liam trying to persuade him, and you hear Sheriff say, if I see any inclination of the behavior that we saw last time, I'm gonna put so many holes in your head that God don't recognize you. That was some pretty savage shit in my damn book. So they get ready to face off against the Ghost Riders. Actually, before he said that infamous ass quote, he told Liam, "I'll trust Theo when 40 plus sheriffs aren't in Beacon Hills," or something along that line. To which he found an empty ass sheriff station. They're all gone. And so Sheriff gives Theo an ultimatum. You tell me one thing you remember about my son. He tells him he was really smart. He was smart enough not to trust me. And they get ready to face up against the Ghost Riders. And Sheriff asks him, "Okay, how many are there?" 5 at the tops. And man, did they miscalculate? The fucking Ghost Riders came in 10 or 20 damn deep, and they started capping motherfuckers. They capped Sheriff Stilinski pretty damn good. He was CAPPED, capped like a motherfucker. To which left Liam and Theo to fend for themselves. They did some Jeepers Creepers type shit and ran over a Ghost Rider. I don't think that motherfucker got back up the same way. So they go to the hospital against Theo's dismay because he feels like, okay, that's the only place you can think of, really. He tells Theo that, and Liam knows it like the back of his hand, so why not? And so you see the two of them go at it a little bit. They kind of have a difference of opinion, of course. To which they kept saying, okay, well, maybe we can act as decoys as the dad. They're like, nah, I'm not doing that, son. And so really, you see like a bit of a heart to heart with the two of them. You notice that they really got really down and dirty. They really said some shit from the heart. You hear Liam tell Theo, "Listen, I'm not gonna save you. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna help you or anything like that. If anything, I'm gonna use you just like you're gonna use me as bait." And ironically enough, that's exactly what Theo does, and as a sacrifice. Because several times Theo was bitching out, telling Theo that he was gonna, while you're gonna run forward and face them and fight, I'm gonna be running the other way, little bitch. And so basically that didn't end up happening. Theo actually saves Liam's life by tossing him into the elevator to go upward, and he gets captured. And I will say the one thing though, what I did notice is while they're fighting the Ghost Riders, Liam actually started busting their caps. It turns out their own actual bullets stopped them. Their own actual bullets stopped them. Liam was able to divert the gun away from his face to shoot both the two Ghost Riders, the one that was holding it and the one that was facing Theo. So maybe that can lead to like a little clue as to how to defeat them completely. But as we saw from the previews of next week's episode in the winter finale, shit's about to get real. They find Styles and everything like that. As a matter of fact, I think Styles hits Douglas upside the head with the bat that he has, and they get everybody. But also, remembering Styles was one of my favorite parts, because each character, Malia, Lydia, and Scott, had their own little way of remembering Scott. Remembering Styles. You had Scott in the school with the lockers, because that's really synonymous with him and Scott. Him and Styles. You had Lydia in the locker room. Then you had Malia in the library, and each of them, they kept trying to recall memories and connect them. Both Malia and Scott had to get into the Hound. The Hound chamber is what I like to call it, because that's what Parrish gets in to cool off after being the Hellhound. I guess that's mandatory for him. And they each pretty much almost freeze to death trying to remember him, and it does work. Scott remembering season 4, it's at least season 4, season 5 of Hotel California, where they were under some emotional illusion. You know, Scott getting ready to torch himself on fire, and Styles talking him out of it and telling you, you're gonna take me with you then if you're gonna do it. Malia, you know, when she was going berserk, you know, and during the full moon, same way with Scott. You know, he remembers when he first was bitten. You know, in the first full moon happened, he wanted to kill Styles, and Styles would not let him out. And Malia, you know, at the prom, of course, that infamous scene where Styles tells Lydia to get off her cute ass and dance with me, and then when Styles has a panic attack, Lydia kisses him. And then Lydia is able to remember when the last time she saw him, which was when the Ghost Rider took him. She told him that she loved him, and Styles, she wasn't able to say it back to Styles. And then that's when another rift opened up, a door, and that's where they were able to see that tunnel. This is your boy Chase. Make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel, and all that jazz. Man, I love y'all.